Hi, my name is Bob. I had some free time, so I thought I would try to help you with this particular question. Okay, so we have a graph of the derivative of the function f. We see that it crosses the x-intercepts at -3. It says here that it crosses at x equals 1, but in reality, the intercept occurs about, I don't know, 1.2, right about there. And that the x-intercept, and that it crosses the x-axis at 2. Okay, and then of course we have 3 questions. The first question is, or the first thing is it true that it has a relative minimum at 1.5, a relative max at 1.5, and if it is decreasing on the interval 1 to 2? Okay, well, first thing is, we know that if the function f is going to have a maximum or a minimum, it's going to occur when its derivative is equal to 0. Okay? However, the derivative is not equal to 0 at 1.5 or negative 1.5. So therefore, there cannot be a maximum or a minimum. So it turns out that 1 is false and 2 is false. Okay, now what about 3? Well, 3 kind of bothers me a little bit, primarily because in the question statement, it says that that it crosses the x-axis at 1, but in reality, it doesn't. Okay, well, let's just go by what the question statement says. You go by specifically what the questions, or what the hypothesis in the question is, that it crosses the x-axis at 1 and 2, and is negative between 1 and 2. If you just look at the question, well, then you can say that, yes, since based upon what the question says, you can say that f is decreasing based on that. Okay. However, if you wanted to look at the function, so the curve itself, you will notice that it crosses not at 1, but more like at 1.3 or 1.25. So between here and here, its derivative is positive, so the function must be increasing. However, for the rest of the range, namely over here, the derivative is negative. So obviously it's decreasing. So if you look at the curve, 3 is wrong, is false. Okay. However, if you look at the question statement, then 3 is true. So I don't know the best way to answer this. I guess you could go with the question statement, and if he marks it wrong, you have an argument. But given the graph, this is a very poorly phrased question. So it's kind of like a roll of the dice as to how you want to do that. Anyways, I hope you find this helpful. I think the main point that the points they get from this particular question is the only time you have a max or a min, a relative max or a relative min, is when its derivative is equal to 0 at those points. And of course, if the derivative is negative, the function is decreasing, and if the derivative is positive, the function is increasing. I hope you find this helpful. If you need any more help, I'm always here. I don't go anywhere. Give me a buzz. Thanks. I enjoyed answering your question, and I hope to answer more. Have a good day.